But here is the main thing. Here's the thing I want to get to. This is the crux of the matter here. And I want to play cut 3, guys.
From President Trump to be able to make a deal? Is it American troops, intelligence, equipment? What is it?
Everything. And really, it includes 2 parts. First, strong Ukrainian army that I began to discuss with your colleagues. And it's a lot about weapon and people and training missions and intelligence. And second, we will discuss with our
Yeah, so that's where this guy loses me. What security guarantees do you need? And he says everything, and including American. He says not just everything in terms of globally speaking. He's saying America needs to provide troops, weapons, etc. This is where you lose me, because our guarantees to him should be 0. We should have none. And I'm optimistic where this thing is going to shake out, that there are security guarantees. First of all, Putin's going to have to accept it, which I don't know why Putin would. So there's not going to be a peace unless there's something palatable for Putin. So Trump's going to have to figure out what that is. And who provides security guarantees? It's got to be Europe. Europe is much more higher stakes here for them than it is for us. This is much more their war than ours. And there's no imperative for the United States of America to provide any security guarantees for Ukraine. We're already kind of doing that because we keep funding them to the absurd degree that we are. $100 million plus more and more and more. That was when he started to lose me, by the way, when the first check to Ukraine was a round $100 million and 0 cents. I always found that to be sort of an absurd thing. So yeah, we ran the numbers and it just turned out to be exactly 100 million. That's how much it is. No, that's giving away the game. The game is that this is all some sort of a big grift, keep the war industry going and keep a lot of these oligarchs, keep their wallets fat, while also doing harm to Putin, who everyone seems to hate. That was the game here. And so we're not providing any security guarantees, at least in my opinion. That should not be the way it is because it's just not our battle. We can't be providing security guarantees all around the world, and I highly doubt that Russia would accept it if we did. So what does that look like? Does Europe provide security guarantees? Maybe. And if so, how does a peace get brokered? The bottom line is, if there's any hint that Ukraine would become part of NATO at all, that amps up the intensity because it makes it so that any sort of slight conflict could immediately devolve into a world war. And now that we have nuclear weapons, we can't play that game. Think about World War I. Think about how the assassination of Archduke Ferdinand leads to global war. Hundreds of thousands, not millions dead. We have to be very careful with this stuff. We cannot amp up the stakes for no reason. And that's exactly what he's calling for. He's calling for everything provided by America. And that's where I urge some caution here. When we come back from the break, I'll bring in Peter Schweitzer here, who is one of the smartest guys in the world, period, and especially on topics like this. He's studied national security for a long time, he'll be able to help me break down what a peace could look like, but what is the common interest of the United States with the rest of Europe? But in particular, keep an eye on this concept that of course, we want to stop the killing. Of course, we want to stop the bloodshed. We all want this as humanitarians. Trump wants this for a million reasons as well. But the main thing that you have to look at here is, what is America's stake? Why do we want to put the possibility of American blood, treasure, troops, etc.? Why would we want American bodies on the line in this case? We don't, and that's the stakes right now.
For full shows, live and on demand, it's Salem News Channel.